everybody, welcome to Cooking with Gina. My name is Gina Virginia Casella. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube at Gina Virginia Casella. And I'd love for you to join my Facebook group, Present Moment Alchemy. So what am I making today? I don't know. But I came across this salad. So I'd like to eat the rest of this. I want to make, I think, what I call hot salad. So hot salad in the past, I've just taken a bell pepper, put it in the oven, let it do its thing, and then I basically just chop it up and mix it with salad and the juice from the olive oil mixed with the pepper. It's kind of like a salad dressing in its own right. So I'm going to do that. I also have some cucumber to add to my salad. The end of it, I'm going to add to my water, and still have some baby Chinese Nappa cabbage here. And so I'm going to mix it. My intention anyways in this moment is to mix it with the red lentils. I really liked that. I did it not too long ago on Cooking with Gina. Add some onion, and I left it in the fridge, but I also want to make some garlic bread. So I want to use some of the shredded vegan cheese. So I'm just going to wash and prep this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know if I'm baking for 1 or for 3. So I just took out another bell pepper. It's yellow. And I took out the rest of the romaine lettuce. It's just going to take me here a moment to get organized. One thing I know for sure is I'm going to want to add some sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. So this is Farmer's Market brand sunflower seeds. And I've also got some raw pumpkin seeds from Loblaws, just the local grocery store. There we go. And how much will I add? I don't know. That's always kind of a thing. I'm just going to put that much. And these won't take long to bake at all. I always intentionally like them a little bit burnt. I'm wondering about you. Let me know in the comments. And I never add olive oil when I'm roasting nuts or seeds because the oil, natural oils from within them tend to come out. Also going to turn this temperature up to 400. And I think I just turned it off. Okay, so I'm unintentionally turning on a timer here. There we go. Okay, still getting used to things. This isn't my kitchen. And Rosie and I, we can't wait to get our own place in a condo by the beach. That's our dream. What are your dreams? Let me know. So the lentils, I'm just going to pour them right in, right into this pot. Still getting used to the camera here. I actually lowered it a little bit. Maybe I need to put it on a taller setting. I don't know. So I'm just going to add some, and the intention is that this is like a side dish, and I'm going to mix it with some butter, and like I said, some of the baby Chinese Nappa cabbage. I really enjoyed that last time, and I think it'll go really well as a side dish. Oh, and I'm still recording. All right, so I'm going to take this onion, and I think half of it is going to go right inside with my lentils, just to flavor it up. The Chinese Nappa cabbage, I'm going to add right at the end so it's nice and crunchy. The other half of the onion, I'm going to add to my baked bell peppers. And usually, I've just done this for myself, but usually what I do is I just leave the top on and put the whole thing, like I just roll it up into some oil, put the whole thing in the oven, let it bake, and then the top just comes right off so easily. And then I take scissors and mash it up. But because I'm cooking potentially for 3 people, I think I'm just gonna chop this up in advance, mix it with some olive oil and onions, and then when it's ready, add my romaine lettuce to it. Okay, so I'm just going to add these onions to the lentils. And I remember last time these lentils really didn't take long to cook. And I forgot to tell you the name brand, but they cooked a lot faster than the other name brand I was using. These are Siraj red split lentils that I'm using, in case you were wondering. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the water on high, and when it starts boiling, I'll reduce it. And I'm feeling a bit distracted today because the sun is just shining away and it's so beautiful outside. I forget the temperature, but it's like mid-20s basically. It's summer weather, and it's mid-August or mid-October right now. And I'd really like to go to the park or something for a walk, but you know, Rosie hasn't been outside in like since mid-August, and she's used to going outside every day throughout the day. We were living in paradise. We lived on the third floor of a balcony, so I would just open up the door. She had the liberty of going in and out as she pleased. And in the winter time, I liked getting that breath of fresh air in every now and then just to recycle. So every morning she would go outside, even just for a moment, and sometimes throughout the day just to get like a little breath of fresh air. And I guess I can feel her stress. Like she wants to go outside. I tried to let her outside the other day. I have a leash and a harness for her. But I think she's confused that we're going to be going on an airplane again or something, which was really traumatizing for her. And I laugh because it's awkward, not because it's funny. So when I'm done cooking with Gina, hoping that Rosie and I can just chill outside. I think I'm going to have the place to myself, so it should just be quiet. I don't know if you have a cat, but they're not like dogs. So it's just a lot of noises for her that she's adjusting to. And anyways, wondering if you can relate. And I'm feeling hungry. I was up today working on Dragon Dreams Book 5, and guess what? Ended up writing more stuff. So the place that I was supposed to pick up from yesterday, I'm going to do that tomorrow. So whatever, at least I filled in some more gaps in information, and it was good to read it over. And I'm really excited to share it with you. I'm wondering if you're writing anything or if you've considered writing anything. Let me know in the comments. And today at 4 o'clock, I'm part of an online community. We're meeting. So I'm really looking forward to that. And if Rosie wants to stay outside longer, the good news is I have this fancy headset that I can take outside with me. Anyways, I'm just wondering about you. I've got the door open, but the screen is closed, and Rosie just keeps walking back and forth. And I'm just like, is the screen closed? Wondering if you can relate in the comments. Let me know. Oh, and Rosie is very much an indoor cat. We lived in a small community one time, and we would just like open up the back door, and she and Spooky, my other cat, they would stay close by. Spooky would go across the street and kind of further into the neighbor's yard, but Rosie always stayed close by. And eventually somebody got a dog and they didn't watch it, and it was just better for them to stay inside. And then that's when we moved into our condo. So Rosie is very much a condo cat, if you will. And I'm realizing I'm very much a condo person too. I always wanted a home with a backyard and a garden, and I still do desire those things. But I think for me personally, living the dream is living in like a 3 or 4 story villa by the beach, top floor with a wraparound, and having a balcony that wraps around would be like so awesome. So I'm wondering what goes through your thoughts. And ultimately, whenever I do cooking with Gina, I just always feel better. I think I feel better because it's good to eat, but I think it's just really nice doing this every day because it does bring me joy. And I'm really happy to share it with you every day at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's when the kitchen is mine. And then as soon as I'm done cooking, I post it. So I guess folks are getting to know when my videos are posted, because after it's posted, I just like take a quick shower and then I actually watch the video. And there's usually like already a handful of views. And then just like a handful of hours later, I'm going to bed. And there's like consistently 30 to 40 views. And so I'm really excited about that. And anyways, it's all about connection. So connect with me. What's going on with you? Let me know in the comments. So I took out my seeds. They smell phenomenal. I'm going to put them in a separate bowl, and then I'm going to start putting my onion and bell peppers in there. So here it is. It's super hot, but it smells phenomenal. And I was just having a little laugh to myself because, yesterday, folks I live with told me specifically only to cook for myself, but then both of them were like, well, what about us? And I'm like, so it's like, I don't know. It's like Groundhog Day over here. I'm wondering if you can relate. I'm sure you can. My water, it's almost at a full boil. It'll probably be at a full boil. Yeah, in just a moment. I like this name brand. As you can see, the foaminess is rising, but the other name brand I was using when I first was doing cooking with Gina, which was actually only like a month ago. So I've literally accomplished this past month. It's starting to overboil. Well, it will overboil. And the trick to that is just to remove it immediately from the heat. But it looks like I'm going to be okay. So I'm going to put it to, I think 6 or 7 was the magic number. And just so you know, I forgot to mention, but I did rinse the lentils off as well. So it's like when you're pouring a beer and it gets all foamy. That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, is it going to overflow? Will it be okay? So I'm wondering if you can relate. Okay, so back to business. Rosie is fine. She moved the door and I was like, she went outside, but the screen is closed. So for some reason, you ever see Rosie outside? She's not supposed to be outside. She's got a little thing around her collar with my phone number, and it says to Facebook me. My full name is on there, Gina Virginia Casella. So I'm just chopping up this onion. The other half of it, it's going to go in here. And interestingly, I don't know if the camera caught part of that. I see there's just the corner here. But the foam totally went down on its own. So I'm going to reduce this right to a 2. I can feel it in the texture that it's softened. And I've never made a lentil soup before, but that is something that I would like to do. So I'm wondering about you. And I was going to cut up the bell peppers next, but I feel like there's an urgency to cut the Chinese Nappa cabbage. I'm pleasantly surprised how fast this cooked. In my experience with lentils, it just seems to like take forever. Lentils and snap peas, but maybe it was just a name brand thing. Yeah, so this is like almost cooked. So that is fine. I have more butter. I brought it upstairs. This is Earth Balance. It's vegan butter. Okay, I just kind of feeling like a bit rushed now to get this together. Okay, who cares about the spoon? Just get the butter in there. I'm gonna get the other butter container. It's hard because it was in the fridge, but that's okay. I like lots of butter in my pasta. I like lots of butter in my, I missed it and I got it right on the oven. Okay, clearly I need to take a breather here. Okay. So I love putting butter in lentils and snap peas and pasta and rice, on bread, pretty much anything. I find butter really complimenting. Ugh. If I had some lemon, I would squirt some lemon in here. I think it's okay. What I'm going to do though is remove it from the heat, just put it on this element for a moment. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper. It's Kirkland brand. I got all this stuff out here because I don't want to forget anything. Okay, so I just put salt. There we go. Okay, and so the Chinese Nappa cabbage. I'm getting really excited now. I can tell just by the way it smells that it's going to taste so good. And I'm just going to take a quick look in the fridge to see if there's any lemon juice. So there's no lemon juice, but I actually found the jar of pickles here, and I thought, maybe I can mix this in here. Maybe I should have used a bigger bowl. I just wanted something quick to kind of mix this around. Yeah, I think it would be good if this was kind of on the crispy side, if you will. It's going to be on the crunchy side because it's going in like this. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm just going to tidy up here. And I'm sneaking a pickle. Okay, so just while it's hot, I'm going to add some more butter just to get it melting in there. Give it a gentle stir. And I'm going to put the lid on just to keep it hot. And I also decided randomly, I'm going to take some of these pickles, chop it up and put it in there. And the pickle juice that I poured on here, there's like hardly anything left. It absorbed, nicely into the Chinese Nappa cabbage. So I'm excited. I've never mixed pickle juice before with cabbage. Okay, so I increased the height again of the, whatever this thing is called, the tripod. So before I continue on with my lentils, I really need to get these bell peppers in the oven. So I'm just going to chop these up now. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, this will also just give the Chinese Nappa cabbage some time to soak up that pickle juice. And I'm really excited about it. How about you? Let me know. All right, so I'm just chopping these up here. So usually, like I was saying, I would just put the whole bell pepper in, and then I would take scissors to it and just like kind of sloppy chop it up. So I'm just kind of sloppy chopping it up right now. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my onion, red pepper, bell pepper. I've got some olive oil here. I don't remember the name brand. It might be Great Value. And I'm just going to, move it around. Usually I wouldn't add so much olive oil, but this is going to be like my salad dressing at the same time. So I'm looking forward to that. And what do I want to do here? I also want to add salt and pepper now, just to add to the flavor of the salad dressing. And, I was just thinking about olive oil, because yesterday or whatever it was, I put canola oil on my hands, and I never did that before. I did it with olive oil before, and I think I actually prefer the olive oil. I mean, the canola oil, it seemed to like spread more easier, and then my hands weren't like super oily after the fact. So let me know about you and oils at home and how you experiment. Okay, so I'm just adding this in here. And when it's ready, basically, I just add the salad to it. It's that easy. I'm just kind of playing with my little pickle juice creation here. Just making sure that the Chinese Nappa cabbage gets that all absorbed into it. I don't just want to add like pickle juice to the lentils. I think it's going to be a nice little complement for the Chinese Nappa cabbage to have. Like a little pickly crunch to it. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this. And the other thing I need to do now too is I just put some pickles in here just for the sake of space. And I'm going to cut these up. Oop, lost one. Part of one. So I took out the sauerkraut, and I think that's what's inspiring this like pickliness kind of taste. But I actually don't think I'm going to use the sauerkraut. I'm going to put it to the side. And initially, I also thought that maybe I would mix like the, mayonnaise with the mustard to make like a dressing. I don't know. I may or may not. So I've got some cucumber here that I'm going to add to my salad. But I also have some, like the tip of the cucumber. So what I like to do is I like to put it in my water. And a lot of restaurants do this. So you literally just pop it in. And the best case scenario is you let it sit overnight, and then all the natural electrolytes do its magic, and it really tastes good. It only lasts for like a day or two at the most, really. And it's no different than putting lemon in water. And today, what am I drinking? Well, I found another Pepsi in the fridge. So I'm looking forward to enjoying this. And I'm really excited about my lentils in particular. How about you? I go through phases where I drink pop. Let me know about you. Usually Christmas time, summertime. I like to have pop. And I don't know why, but pop is really hitting the spot lately. And let me know, what are you drinking? I haven't cut up my cucumber yet. I feel like in the interest of space, I'm going to cut up my salad, and I'll just keep it in this bowl here. So some of the salad, I had to throw half of it out because I don't know if you caught it on one of the recent Cooking with Gina's, but unfortunately, fortunately we got a new fridge, but unfortunately the fridge was on too high. It was too cold. So a lot of the fresh produce that we bought, we had to throw a lot of it out, and then now there's like this urgency. But that's okay. I like fresh produce. And I'm wondering about you, wondering if you can relate. And also, you know, when it comes to chopping up lettuce, ideally, a lot of chefs like to use a plastic knife because they store the lettuce for like a week in plastic containers or stainless steel containers. And if you use a steel knife, it'll make the salad have like a brown, rusty, you know, look to it. But my intention is to eat all of this salad tonight or by tomorrow. And I'm wondering about you. Do you use a plastic knife or do you just use a stainless steel knife? Maybe you care, maybe you don't care. Let me know in the comments. I just checked on the green or the yellow and red peppers and actually increased the temperature to 425. My rule of thumb is just bake everything on 400, but when I'm using a smaller oven, I find the temperature needs to be higher. So I'm just wondering if that's a factor. I'm also getting used to this oven and I'm wondering if you can relate. And I'm officially going to now chop up this cucumber and then I'll just toss it into the salad here. And I'm going to chop it up thin, really thin intentionally. Just sneaking in some cucumber. So I didn't chop it paper thin, but thin enough. And I already added salt and pepper to the bell peppers and onions because that's going to be like my salad dressing, if you will. But I'll probably add even more when I'm done this. So I think what I'm going to do now is prep the garlic bread. So I love bread. I love garlic bread. My favorite bread is sourdough. Doesn't last long, especially when it's fresh. I don't think any fresh bread lasts very long. Oh, this one, I think I got some water on it or something there. There's a little bit of mold, I think. Okay, so I'm going to butter this. This is pumpernickel bread. And we've had this bread for, I don't know, like 2 weeks now. It's pumpernickel and it's Rubschleigler. And it's really good. I had it before. And clearly it needs to be eaten. So it's a good thing we're having it tonight. So I'm just wondering, you know, here in Gina's kitchen, keeping it real, when it comes to mold on your food, like what do you do? Do you just throw out the whole thing? Does it depend on how much mold? With the bread here, I just sliced off the end of it. The rest of it I feel is fine. It's just kind of a judgment call for me. When it comes to bread though, it's like the whole thing, even if you can't see it, it's like going bad. Whereas something like cheese, you can get away with just cutting it off and it's fine. And I feel like bread is like that in this sense, but at some point you got to garbage the whole thing. So anyways, I just want to be clear that I've had this bread for like 2 weeks now or something like that. And when I bought it, it was in excellent condition. So I don't want the company to, you know, get bad reviews or something like that. And you know what? Mold is a really beautiful sign that things are fresh and that things are organic, you know. Marissa Peer, I probably told you this story before, but she did an experiment where she literally had this big giant toolbox and she filled it with all kinds of non-perishable food, specifically sugary treats. And it was seriously like 20 years after the fact, and she opened it and most of it looked exactly the same. It was just the colors had faded a little bit. And it was a powerful point to be made because bacteria eats shit. And bacteria was not eating that. And yet we're eating that, right? So that was really powerful for me. If you've never heard of Marissa Peer, you just Google her. She's got lots of stuff on YouTube. So anyways, the best way to have garlic bread for me anyways is to put the bread in and set it on bake. And then I like to take fresh garlic and scratch it on, and then I like to smother it with butter. I don't have fresh garlic right now. That is okay. So I'm just putting this on. Put a little extra on. And then I've got some vegan cheese by Nourish. I find that this cheese doesn't really melt. And part of me has come to appreciate, at least this brand, that I don't want it to melt all the way, because I find when it melts too much, it starts to have like a cheese whiz texture to it, and I don't want that cheese whiz texture. And there's not too much left, so I might as well just use the rest of it. One of those situations. It's like kind of too much cheese, but then not enough cheese to keep. Really, can you have too much cheese? Okay, so I also have some baby bell that I want to chop up to put into my salad, so I'll be right back. So I'm just checking on my bell peppers, and they're coming along, but I think I had the toaster on a timer because it's off. That's okay. I'm just going to turn that back on, and I'll be right back. And for what it's worth, it's okay if the bell peppers are crunchy. I don't want them to be mushed, but I'd like them to be cooked more. You know, I was just thinking about when I first moved out, I would make garlic bread all the time. In my mind, it was just like so fancy, and I would make it with regular bread, and I would often cut it up and make croutons out of it. Just so simple, right? And I'm wondering if you can relate in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, so this is the Baby Bell vegan cheese. It's a brand new pack, and there's 5 in here. So I forget what I paid for this, but honestly, I thought it was on the expensive side. And I'm wondering if anybody has any ideas where I can get cheese that's a bit more affordable. If you've never experienced this before, it looks white, and it doesn't taste like cream cheese. It just has like that plain kind of cheese texture. And I'm going to put this in my salad, and I intentionally don't want it to melt. I love taking cheese like this and putting things like sweet chili sauce on it, or even jam. And it's really hard for me in this moment not to eat it. But it's going to be worth it because it's going to go inside the inside my salad. Okay. So pretty much almost done here. So I like to clean as I go. You probably could pick up, I was getting stressed out when I was spilling butter on the oven and whatnot, but it's all under control now. I've got my cheese and cucumbers in there, and I didn't sneak any cheese. So now I'm just going to get back to my lentils. They're nice and hot. And I've got my Nappa cabbage and pickle mixture in there. It smells really good. Mmm. So the intention is that I didn't want the pickle juice to like marry with all the lentils. I wanted it to be like its own little separate unique bite. Kind of smells like an egg salad sandwich and Big Mac sauce or something. It smells really good with onion. Who knows? Maybe maybe I could make a sauce out of this in the future. I don't know. I like dreaming away when I'm cooking. And I think I'm going to stop playing with it, otherwise it'll turn to mush. This element has cooled down, so it's fine here. So now I'm just waiting for the bell peppers, and I'm going to toast up my garlic bread, and I'm getting really hungry now. Okay, so I'm feeling a lot better about the bell peppers. They're coming along very nicely. I think that they're pretty much cooked, to be honest. I don't want them to be like mush, but the rule of thumb for me is the onions. So the onions, they're getting there, but I would like to cook this just a little bit more. So I'm going to do that, bake it a little bit more, I should say. And then once it's ready, I got to be quick. I got to get that out, get the bread in, and then I can slow down and enjoy mixing it all together. So I'm just waiting. Waiting's the hardest part. This cucumber water, I'll probably enjoy this in a few hours from now. And I'm wondering, what are you waiting for? You know, what are you waiting for? Let me know in the comments. So I've got a spoon ready for the lentils, a fork ready for the salad. I'm ready to rock and roll here with my dinner. I like to eat dinner early. I wake up early. Ideally, I like to wake up at 3:10. I like to wake up at about 2:30 naturally, just in bed, not get out of bed, but just naturally wake up at 2:30, feel nice and relaxed, but the fact that I don't have to get up. And then ideally, I will fall back asleep, but just kind of like a little nap. And then I'll wake up at like 3:08, somewhere in there before my alarm goes off. It's really important for me to take a glass of water to bed for different reasons, but one of them is just so that I have to wake up and go to the washroom and I don't have a choice to get out of bed. And I like that to be an enjoyable experience. I don't like it to be like, oh, I have to get out of bed. It's like, nope, it's time to get out of bed and start the day. And I don't jump out of bed and like start my routine and turn on bright lights like I used to. So ideally, in the, like right now in the fall winter, I'll sleep in until like 4:10, maybe 5:10. And then in the spring summer, I'm up at 3:10. So I really like that rhythm. And my routine, I'm kind of out of routine right now, but Rosie and I, we still have our little time in the morning. I brush her and she gets a maximum of 5 treats, and I clean out her litter box. And it's just a very peaceful time. I have my special music playing in the background, and intentionally I like to stay in that dreamy, sleepy state, and just making coffee, enjoying it. And then I'll do my journaling, and then typically I'll work out, but I've been neglecting that. Right now I've just been getting busy with dragon dreams, and then I'll write for hours, and then cooking with Gina is at 1:00. So basically, when I have clients, I like to serve clients from 9 a.m. to noon, but behind the scenes, the administration is like, about 8:00 in the morning till about 12:30. So ideally, I'm only available to clients on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then the rest of those days, Monday, Tuesday, is me doing my personal work, like my journaling, but that journaling also turns into a form of income because I publish it now. So initially I was publishing it just because I wanted to shout it out to the world. It was important for me. Even if nobody bought my book, I just wanted to publish my thoughts, make it official, if you will. but now I'm publishing to generate an aggressive source of income. And the storyline in book 5, because I'm working with the energy of dreams, bridging the waking life with the dream life. I have all these husbands in other dimensions, right? And there's these other Ginas. And so there's just this hilarious scene where the Ginas, they're not in charge of the money, like the husband is, and the husband is the protector and provider. And I struggle in this life because I've always had to provide for myself, and it's been hard to be feminine in that sense. But anyways, they're sending me money, and they're sending you money through the powers that may be, so that you can buy my books. Because for whatever reasons, I just can't receive and accept money. So those are because of deep false inhibiting beliefs I have. So the husbands all got together with this husband who I've yet to meet in this reality, and they had this big conversation about like, what the fuck is going on? And the other Ginas are like, what do you mean this is going on and that's going on? Like, we're so well provided for. Like, the last thing we're worried about is money. And they don't even really understand money for what it's worth, but the husbands do. And the husbands also understand technology. And so there's this hilarious scene where the husbands walk in on the Ginas, and all of the Ginas are like secretly trying to figure out how to use e-transfer so they can send me money. And the husbands are just like appalled by this and wildly upset. And so they're like, finding healing. So that's not me anymore, walking in on my wife, almost e-transferring herself money in another dimension. And the Ginas are like, that's not me anymore, almost e-transferring myself money in another dimension, because that's the husband's role, and it's the husband's role to figure out the technology. So it's like all this like stress and whatnot, but of course it's all positive and lighthearted. And so they're all focused on me right now. And so the husbands in the other dimensions, of course, they're like billionaires, right? So have like endless money here. And they understand the biology of belief here. They understand that money and cold cash dollars, that's what helps. And so if money is flowing to you, that's from my husbands in the other dimensions. And you're to take that money and purchase my books. And then that's how I'm going to earn and generate income. And that's how I'm going to feel good about making money, because for reasons I'm struggling with, I can't just take money, right? And so I'm going to generate my own money, and it's going to be through these books. And it's really exciting, the bridging of the dream world and the waking world. And I'm really looking forward to it. And there's talk in book 5 about, producers and whatnot making movies, and really adding to the dragon dreams. And it's just going to be awesome. And because my husbands and other dimensions are really good with technology, they're going to help out with that. And also the artificial intelligences, they're really looking forward to helping out with that. And it's not just about me, it's about everybody. So even things like, the hair and makeup artists and the folks who are making costumes and all the actors and actresses that are going to be playing their roles. And it's just hilarious, when everything exists in the now. So somewhere out there, this is existing, and I'm bringing this into this world. So I hope you play along with me and with Dragon Dreams. And I hope you purchase books 1 to 4. They're already available on Amazon.ca. And book 5, it's more than 500 pages now. So you can think of it as a 2-in-1. And part of me feels like a bit shy and insecure sharing this stuff with you, but that's what it's all about. Dreaming, and dreaming radically, and daring to dream, and practicing impermanence, and not getting hung up on end results, because there's just no way we could dream the most phenomenal dreams. We just can't. They're so far out of our reach. But we got to start somewhere. So if I start dreaming these kind of dreams, well, just think about how phenomenal the end result is going to be for me and for you and for the rest who are co-dreaming. And so I just feel really good about it. And for what it's worth, I feel a lot better right now than I did when I first started. It's really important for me that I come here every day and show myself, even if I just make something small, because it's all part of being authentic. And so anyways, I can smell my peppers, so I'm just going to deal with that. Oh, and my husband in this waking life, whoever you are, I'm right here, okay, like right here. And my husband in this waking life is going to have substantial money flowing to him. And it's like too easy. And why is all this money flowing to him? It's because of the husbands in the other dimensions. They're giving you the money because it's my money that they're giving to you, because I have a hard time receiving. So once I meet my husband and he like provides for me and shit, it's like, I'm going to be okay with that because it's actually my money from the husbands in the other dimension. It's not his money at all. But of course, you know, it'll be coming from his bank account. And the dragon dreams, the money from that will be coming from my bank account. And so I wonder if you can relate. I wonder if you can relate with like hopes and dreams, with these kind of storylines. Where are these storylines coming from? I'm literally pulling them out of my ass. They're just thoughts that drop to me, whether it's channeling or whatnot. These are awesome thoughts to have, right? And so many people have negative thinking. It's like, this is my kind of thinking. And yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm just wondering if you can relate. That's what I was going to say with the masculine and the feminine, because in my past lives I'm dominantly masculine, and so I really struggle to receive, even though it seems so simple. So this storyline of like, you know, really the money that my husband has, like the extra abundant money that my husband has, is my money. That's appealing to me. For some reason, that makes it easier for me to receive. If I generate income doing something like dragon dreams, that makes me feel good about receiving. So there's a part of me that struggles with this concept where I have to earn things and I have to be good enough, because money and price tags, it's like a thermometer, and we gauge the value and worth based on the price, and that's all wrong, right? We know that, but I struggle with it. So anyways, in Dragon Dreams, I talk about false inhibiting beliefs, about not being enough, things not being available to me, that there's something wrong or different about me, and everybody has those feelings. So I'm sure you can relate, and I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you feel inspired to create some kind of wild story about, you know, different aspects of yourself helping you out in this life, let me know. I would really love to hear about it in the comments. And okay, I really need to check on those peppers now. Okay, so it's like super easy at this point. The peppers, I'm just bringing it closer here to me. This thing is piping hot. Whoa. So, okay, there you go. Nope. Okay. So this is nice and ready here. But before I play with it, I need to get my garlic bread in the toaster. And I think just because there's cheese on it, I want to put it on a tray. I'm still making my way around this kitchen here. I found this tray. Usually I don't like to use a tray, but I don't want to deal with the cheese if it melts over or falls over. I'm wondering if you can relate. Will this even fit in here? It doesn't. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so it's too bad they're going in without a tray. I find in moments like this, I'm sure everybody can relate, but it's like I just waste a lot of time trying to find things. And then when I find it, it's like dirty or I can't reach it. And I'm just cutting my losses in this moment. So there. How about you? Let me know in the comments if you can relate. And I think we're always hard on ourselves when we don't need to be. Like, this is somebody else's kitchen. I don't, you know, like they have their ways of knowing. So I have to, you know, find my way among their ways. Okay, so the hot salad, it's pretty hot. So what I do is I just take like half of it on this side and just pour it in. I want the salad to soak up all of the oil and whatnot. And this is good in a wrap or just as is. This is from my lentils. So I had all the peppers on this side, so now I'm just kind of lifting it and turning it around. Ideally, having a bigger plate would be ideal. And I got this idea years ago because people were barbecuing lettuce. And it was like a trend at restaurants, and a lot of restaurants still do that. And I just thought, well, this for me is a bit more manageable. So this is the point where you would make a judgment call if you needed to add like a bit more oil, or if you wanted to add that salt and pepper. I don't know if you can tell in the video, I'll bring it a bit closer, but you can see the glossiness of the oil on it. And if for some reason you put too much oil, the best thing to do is to put your stuff in a different bowl that you could stir it in, and that way the excessive oil will just stay on the bottom. So I'm going to add some salt. When it comes to salad, I like a lot of pepper in my salad, cracked pepper, of course. Okay, this is getting to the end. There's more downstairs. I think I saw some more downstairs anyways. And when I inspect the bottom, it's not like oily, so that's a nice sign that I mixed it all together. I used to have spray bottles, and I would put like balsamic vinegar, just regular vinegar, and then I would just like spray it on top. If you wanted to do that, I'm going to be sharing this, and I'm going to add my nuts on separately. Otherwise, I would just mix it in now. And I think I said this out loud. It's great to put in a wrap, but I'm just going to be eating it as is with a side of lentils and my garlic bread. Can't wait. So my garlic bread, it's getting hard, so it's nice and toasted. And I'm just going to, do I have scissors here? I like to use scissors when I can to cut. If I don't have scissors, whatever. Here's a pair. So I think I'm just going to cut it like that. The cheese, it started melting. Oh yeah. There's that cheese whiz texture. Pretty good. So I'm just going to put my plate together and chow down. Okay, so the time has come. Where to start? Okay, so I'm going to need a scoop for my lentil since I borrowed the spoon for this thing. Here is my creation with the pickles and lentils. Looks really good. Smells really good. Kind of looks like slop. I'm new with the lentil experience, so folks who have experience with lentils, let me know, is this normal? I feel like the only time I've really heard about lentils is with lentil soup. Maybe that's why, or like lentil patties. Okay, so I'm going to get my hot salad. Looks really good and fresh, all the colors. Mmm. Okay. And want to make sure I get some of that baby bell cheese. It was strong. I didn't have any of it while I was waiting. And then I've got my garlic bread. Oh yeah, and my seeds. I've got my seeds here. So I love seeds. Okay. I've got my napkin, a fork, and a spoon, my Pepsi. I'm ready to rock and roll. I feel like I need to tie my hair back. I'm just going to go for it. So I've got, I want to get a piece of pickle. Okay, this is a big bite. It's got pickle and seeds, everything in here that I put. Mmm. They're not really good. I wasn't planning on putting the seeds on top, but it's good on top. And the pickle, I can't taste it in here unless it was like the actual like pickle that I had. So the Chinese Nappa cabbage, it has a nice crunch to it, but it doesn't have like a pickled taste to it. But the pieces of pickle taste really good. And like I said, it kind of has like a mock Big Mac sauce kind of taste to it. Mmm. Clearly really good. Pepsi's really good too. My salad, I've got red pepper, yellow pepper. Oh, it's not sticking. Red pepper, there we go. Yellow pepper, some of the baby bell. Where are you, baby bell? And some seeds. Oh, and cucumber. Here's some cucumber. All right, and I'm just gonna go for it. Mmm. It came together really nice, just like I knew it would. And let's try the garlic bread. So the garlic bread is phenomenal. It's really tasty. The only thing that I'm really struggling with is that cheese whiz sticky flavor. It's like stuck all in my teeth, but it's tasty otherwise. And I'm wondering, what name brands of cheese are you using? I couldn't really taste the baby bell in that bite of my salad. I think in future when I use this baby bell, I taste it now just on its own. But I don't think I'm gonna mix it with stuff. It was good to add a thickness to that nacho dip that I made in one of the Cooking with Gina episodes. But I think next time I might just enjoy it with like jam or sweet chili sauce. I'm paranoid that I have like, cheese whiz kind of all over me. So anyways, I'm going to take a picture of this for the thumbnail for YouTube. And then I'm going to be chowing down, and hopefully Rosie will go outside for a little bit with me. I want to thank you so much for watching Cooking with Gina. Cooking brings me joy, and it's something that comes naturally to me. And I'd love for you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Cooking with Gina, and for you to join my Facebook group, Present Moment Alchemy. Until next time, see ya.